My people, welcome back to our platform. The people of West Africa, the people of all Africa, we are happy. People are happy because there's something happened the other day in Ivory Coast.
It's true. Alassane Ouattara, the president of Ivory Coast, has been toppled. Yes, this is the really old man. He's actually 83. And the rumors is that basically he has been unalive, but we don't know that. But this is the guy that was chosen by Michael Langley to help assassinate the president of Burkina Faso, Ibrahim Traoré, and he has been overthrown. My brothers and sisters of Côte d'Ivoire, you got the memo. You got the memo. You need to topple these dictators. You need to topple these people who have sucked every ounce of your blood in order to give it to the colonizers. My people of Ivory Coast. So there are videos of jubilant crowds celebrating in the streets of Ivory Coast. People are overjoyed because this man has been in power since 2010 and 83 years old. It is reported that he's a billionaire and his children are all billionaires, and so he has just been filling his big old gut with all the money from Côte d'Ivoire, and now he has been overthrown. West Africans, you are leading Africa. You're leading the way, guys. Yes.
Le départ du mon général Mamadi Monaba Fekati Doumbouya. Il est arrivé, c'est aujourd'hui. Regardez, mon général est là. Mon général est là. Mon général est là. L'arrivée de mon général Mamadi Monaba Fekati Doumbouya. Mon général Mamadi. Mon général. Mon général. Mon général Mamadi Monaba Fekati Doumbouya. Fekati Doumbouya. Et à le départ, tout le monde, ils sont engagés, ils sont prêts, il est venu, il est venu, il est là, mon général est là, mon général est là, il est là, mon général est là, il est là, il est venu, le général des généraux, le président des présidents, c'est le meilleur président au monde, mon général Mamadi Monaba Fekati Doumbouya. Mon général, on est là, on t'accompagne, mon général Amara, il connaît, qui va quitter, Ousmane Doumbouya, on est là, Moukapa Mourana Souma, la Jalagawara, on est là, on l'accompagne, Mourana Souma, on est là, il est prêt, il sort, il est là.
There's a coup attempt in Ivory Coast. So I'm here to tell you that, to clarify to you that the coup which was happening in Ivory Coast was successful. The power has been brought to the people. People decide in Ivory Coast. They have decided this because, you see, the president of Ivory Coast was the puppet of white people. The president of Ivory Coast was the man behind of assassinating the president of Burkina Faso, Ibrahim Traoré. So people in Ivory Coast were not happy about the move and decided to take him out of the power. So the coup that was happening in Ivory Coast is successful, and this shows that African people have now waken up. African people have now decided that no more the leader to be a puppet to the white. African people have now decided that they are supposed to have a direct and clear president who can serve people without depending the West. It's the guy who can serve people by listening the voice of people. You know, in West Africa, leaders in West Africa have decided to move away the white people, and have decided to control their countries themselves, other than depending on white people. Because you remember, white people, those West countries are coming in the country in Africa and get out all the resources that are supposed to be in the country to help the move of the people. But instead, the West countries usually take those resources to their countries and benefit themselves, leaving the people of the ground remaining poor. So, the president of Ivory Coast, who have been moved out, was the puppet of the West. The president of Ivory Coast was the one being used by the West. It's the one being used by Michael Langley. You remember Michael Langley? It was the one being used to go and fight Ibrahim Traoré. And it's the one, you remember, the deal that he signed with the United States to install a drone in Ivory Coast so that drone can supervise the status of Africa. In terms of, they were saying that that drone was to use to defend the continent whenever it comes the war. Yet you know very well, president of Ivory Coast was not in the right term with the president of Burkina Faso, Ibrahim Traoré. So we suspected that that drone that was installed in Ivory Coast was installed to fight the president of Ivory Coast, Ibrahim Traoré. So we are happy on what happened, and we are happy for people of Ivory Coast for what they did to overthrow the president in power. So we want the Africa to follow the roots. We want the leaders in Africa to see this, and they're supposed to act upon. They're supposed to know that we Africans, we are no longer by gaining power. We African, we no longer. Whenever someone acts differently the way we want, from the way we want, we move him or her out of the power. So congratulations to people of Ivory Coast, and we are praying to God that you may have a good leader, and we are praying to you that God may make you to prosper and have a good relationship and have a development like the president of Burkina Faso, Ibrahim Traoré. Because this president of Ibrahim Traoré is the one who is giving the spirits to other leaders here in Africa. We are happy, and we are happy so much. So the final remark is that the coup which was happening in Ivory Coast was successful. The leadership has been brought to the people of Ivory Coast. People of Ivory Coast are now happy and are now in good hand. Guys. So happy. We are so happy. So, my people, you remember Ibrahim Traoré talking about the president of Ivory Coast, whereby Ibrahim Traoré got information that the president of Ivory Coast was the one chosen by the General Langley to assassinate him. So he said that he had no problem with the people of Ivory Coast, but he had problem with what? He had problem with the leadership of Ivory Coast.
We no longer want to engage in this deceitful diplomacy. In an interview, we spoke about the Ivorian regime. Some Burkinabés got on their high horses and criticized. I say it, I insist, and I persist. We have nothing against the Ivorian people, but we have an issue with those who govern Côte d'Ivoire. We say it and we repeat it again. Let me tell you something. Allow me to tell you something. There is indeed in Abidjan an operations center to destabilize our country. No one can deny it, and we will provide you with evidence in the coming days. We will show you physical evidence. You will understand what we are talking about. No one will come to tell us that in Benin there is no French base directed against us. We have the evidence at hand. Two past important bases. No one can dispute them, and I challenge them. And we have nothing against the Beninese people. There we have a problem with the policy of the Beninese leaders. And we say it loud and clear again. In this diplomacy, we have decided to tell the truth. There are indeed two bases, one towards Kandy and the other going towards Porga, or I don't know which locality. Runways have been renovated to more than 3,000 meters long. Planes land. People equipped and train the terrorists. Over there, we have audio recordings of French agents in Benin over there who are staying at the terrorists' operations center. They show the operations with them. They help them with medical care. They do everything there. We have all the details on them. And you don't want us to tell our people? We will say it. If you don't want it, if they don't want it, they should stop behaving like that. It's simple. We didn't force anyone to take their independence. If you decide to stay in your situation, but don't turn your countries into air bases, because it is your populations who will suffer afterwards.
So the people of Ivory Coast got the word of Ibrahim Traoré and kept in mind and decided to defend Ibrahim Traoré by removing the president of Ivory Coast. So what you saw the other day, people of Ivory Coast were showing solidarity to President of Burkina Faso, Ibrahim Traoré, whereby they usually see how the president of Burkina Faso does, ruling people of Burkina Faso, and ask themselves, why is it that this is the best guy, but our president is against him? So here in Africa, we have seen how people here in Africa have decided to sit down and watch and decide to do what is right upon them. So congratulations to people of Ivory Coast. Congratulations to the military of Ivory Coast for coming up and defending the president of Burkina Faso, Ibrahim Traoré, and showing love to the people of Burkina Faso. So you've done a thing that has made most people in Africa happy, whereas we have so many people talking about the incident that happened in Ivory Coast. There are some of the countries here in East Africa, we've seen people talking about the next country to be South Africa, the next country to be Cameroon, the next country to be Uganda, the next country to be in Kenya. So many people have spoken. So many people here in Africa have decided to speak out, have decided to choose the right leader. They have decided to take their leadership by all means. So congratulations, we are happy, guys. We are so happy, my people. So happy, guys. Remember, if you will not subscribe to our channel, I will be giving you every story that will be coming out. I will be sharing with you. Just subscribe to our channel and turn on the notification bell so that whenever I post any story, you will be the first one to watch it out. And let us meet in the next episode. Bye bye.